Like him or not, it doesn't matter about whether you like him, what do you think. Look at the facts. Throwing out CCTV, not letting use his phone messages, still detained. It's clear cut, it's a setup.
Nikolai, a former member of the European Parliament and former prosecutor, neither me nor Beatrice are victims in this case. Behind this, there is another purpose for all of this investigation.
They're being detained for something they've not done without evidence. You also mentioned Deco destroyed the CCTV.
They came into our homes, raided our homes.
And people think I'm crazy saying this.
You know, the real victims right now are Andrew Tristan and the two other girls being arrested.
I don't believe.
It's a lie. It's a huge lie.
Andrew Tate. This is a video that I honestly didn't want to make because the past few videos on my channel have literally all been about the same thing. But it's also something that I can't ignore because recently, one of the victims of the Andrew Tate case spoke up, and it is shocking. So if it's your first time watching my podcast, guys, subscribe. Also, please follow me on Twitter. Let's get straight into this interview, guys.
Test it again, say free.
Free.
Top. G.
Oh.
Is that recording?
Yeah, it's recording. We got it.
You gotta keep that. That is, you gotta play the end blooper.
That's just...
So what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Vibe Show. Today we actually have a very special episode. Today we're actually joined with some very special guests. Tam Khan, first of all. We got Suleiman and we got Melika, guys. We're actually joined by a private investigator.
Well,
private journalist.
Yeah.
Private journalist.
Private journalist.
Investigator, journalist is...
Getting me to Magnum PI, but yeah.
FBI.
We're joined by the
Magnum
FBI.
PI, but yeah.
So guys, today we're going to be talking about the Andrew Tate case. Now, the reason I'm making this video is a few days ago, Tam and Suleiman did a video with one of the case victims. As you guys know, Andrew Tate is currently in jail. There's an entire case going on. They have victims. They actually managed to get one of the victims on a Zoom call. And what you guys are about to see is quite shocking, to be honest, because this is, as I said, a victim of the case, and they had a call with her, and this is what she had to say.
Jasmina, when did you actually meet the Tates?
It wasn't long after I moved back to Romania. It was in beginning of 2021.
Why do you refer to the Tates as family? Why do you call them family?
Because they are family. You know what I've been saying for a long time, family doesn't necessarily mean that you have the same blood or DNA with someone. I got to know them and I saw how good and kind and how hardworking they were. So they became family really fast.
So how do the Tates treat the women around them?
They have never been aggressive in any way. They won't just like ignore someone if you try to talk to them.
Moving more onto the case, you released a video, and in the video you mentioned that the house that you were living in yourself was your house. Can you just clarify that for us, please?
They raided my house that I am renting with another friend, and it was their house. And the house I am renting, I have a landlord. She has nothing to do with them at all.
You also mentioned Deco destroyed the CCTV. How did you know this? How did you come to this conclusion?
Because obviously I am directly involved in the case. So it's the law. The authorities and the lawyers, they have to inform me about stuff too.
So they just threw it off the case. They're not using it as anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was confirmed by the Tates lawyers that they weren't including any of the footage throughout this entire period. So my question to you is, why do you think they destroyed the evidence or did not want to include the evidence into the case?
Everyone can see this from the outside. This case is full of corruption. Obviously, they don't want them to get out of the arrest, right? They want to keep them there as long as possible. And they have no proof in this case. So what they're trying to do is just like keep them there for longer. So they will like look for more evidence that doesn't exist, more evidence that they will never have because there has been no crime committed whatsoever.
The BBC, I think Gondal and the judiciary confirmed you and Beatrice are two of the alleged victims. Can you confirm this to us? And how do you know you are actually confirmed as alleged victims?
After they got arrested, that's when I found out that I was a victim in this case. And I never gave my statement as a victim. So I was very shocked and surprised it even happened. And I did give in total 3 statements. Yeah, 3 statements in total. And 2 of them were given after the second raid, after 29th of December of last year, when they got arrested, and it was totally ignored and not approved.
Just to clarify, what you're saying is you could give live evidence, but what they're trying to do is discredit that evidence by saying that they've brainwashed you.
Yeah.
But did they give you any explanations as to why?
No. They gave me an explanation that this is the procedure. This is why we have to do this. But they haven't given me an explanation about why they are not approving my statements and why I'm being ignored, why I'm stated as a victim. I tried to talk to them a lot of times, but no one is listening to me.
You mentioned in a number of videos that you asked Descartes to remove you as a victim. What explanation did they give to say that they will not remove you?
None. They are completely ignoring me. In the first statement ever that we gave in April, I clarified the whole case, how it happened. I answered all the questions as the truth. And if you read my statement from April, even those from now, anyone could see that everything that's been assumed, it's a lie. It's a huge lie.
Now that you've seen that, obviously I'm here with Tam, Suleiman. We have Melika as well, which, unlike me and Tam, actually happens to not like Andrew Tate. So today we're going to be doing this. It's going to be a discussion. She genuinely dislikes Andrew Tate, which is completely fine. Can I ask you something? Why do you hate Tate?
Everyone has their own opinions.
Yeah.
Right? But I just feel like he started it off in a very bad foot. He started off in social media in such a bad way. Yeah. I feel like the first thing that I saw was him saying stuff towards women, which offended many women around the world.
Do you remember what it was? There must have been something that triggered you, because I feel like he says triggering things.
There's this one thing he constantly says, which triggers me. What color is your Bugatti?
I mean, what's that? Why?
The thing is, okay, he has it, whatever, but what about others? Don't you think it's a bit rude?
You said that there was something triggering. So what was it he said about women that is triggering, though? Because obviously Bugatti's not got to do with women.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I'm not going to be specific because I don't follow Andrew Tate's steps anyway, but I recall him saying, a woman can't do the same as men. And
you don't agree with that?
That is so false. That triggers me.
Do you think women can do everything a man can do the same way?
Okay.
I mean, there's a clear difference between men and women, so I think...
Yeah, obviously. Okay, but when he's talking about money making, that is false.
I don't want you to be a meme on internet. I'm being honest, but you kept saying, what did you hear exactly? You still haven't told us. I don't know why you hate him. You said you think he said something about women are not equal for money. I've never heard this.
No, he made a video about something about women not being able to be capable of doing the same thing as men.
I know there's a situation where he said, I'm not going to trust a woman to drive my car.
Yeah, I know the car one. I thought it was a car one.
So I'm assuming something like that. Women can't drive as good as me and I'm rich. So maybe they just chop that up together or something like that.
No, yeah, fair point.
Before we get on to all the discussions, I want to first start off by saying today we're going to be talking about the Andrew Tate case. Now, obviously, there's so much happening, so I'm going to try and cover it as briefly as possible. As you guys know, right now, Andrew Tate has been detained. He's in jail because of allegations, pretty much.
Yeah, he's got allegations, and the prosecution now have to prove enough to start an official case. Like him or not, it doesn't matter about whether you like him, what do you think. Look at the facts. Throwing out CCTV, not letting use his phone messages, still detained. It's clear cut, it's a setup. Yeah. It's clear cut that there's a vendetta and an agenda against him. It's clear cut.
Do you not think that potentially is there something we're missing?
Okay, why can't they be bailed? They're saying they're a flight risk. Basically, they've gone by YouTube videos. Yeah, they're looking at Tate's YouTube videos saying he has multiple passports. You know, content creation. Yeah. It's like saying Superman really exists. You know, it's content creation. Yeah. That he could literally, imagine this, the most Google man on earth, most covered man right now, especially in Romania, they can't let him go to house arrest because he might just walk into an airport with, for example, an Iranian passport and go, hi, I'm Andrew Tate, and fake his name and go. And they're going to go, oh, wait, Iranian passport may not be him and go. Imagine that. How stupid. This is what's going on.
I genuinely think he could get out of there, though.
How?
With another, private jet.
Bro, it's still a terminal. It's Andrew. He's the most.
No, but I don't know. But I think can't. Yeah, I get you, but I genuinely think he could.
No, bro,
I mean, the guy is.
I know we
smart.
watch movies, bro. Bro, I'm telling you.
I know Andrew Tate could get out of there, 100%. Like I want him out. I'd love to see them, like give him a belt. But I don't think he would do that. Even if he could.
Why don't you think he would do that?
I mean, because obviously you're still wanted.
Yeah, so
you're like you're not gonna run away because then they're gonna know if you come Dubai, you're in Dubai. If you go America, you're
you're on the run for the rest of your life. So it's not even worth it.
It wouldn't be worth it, of course.
The other option is house arrest, have a police convoy watching metal tag detection, whatever. They won't do that. Why? They're afraid he'll talk. Why would you be afraid someone talks? Like we're not afraid to have a conversation. We're not afraid. I'm not threatened. She's not threatened because dialogue. You're only afraid for someone to talk when you know they can expose you or the truth can be written. They're scared of Andrew Tate coming out and exposing everything.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, he has got a real passport. Using social media to prove that someone's got passports is, again, a kangaroo style of doing it. Everybody knows, like in the Western world, if you want to verify someone's got a passport, you ring the various embassies and verify if someone has a passport for that country. So again, it just demonstrates this kind of like backward procedure or the backward way of things.
Now, I want to get Melika into this. Being a girl, hearing this stuff, being someone that generally sees the guy in a negative light, and I guess to a sense you kind of do believe a lot of the negativity. Without the case, do you feel like, imagine this is not a case, generally a feeling inside your heart from what you've seen of Andrew Tate, do you think he'd be the type of guy to, I guess, I'm not going to say human trafficking, but this manipulate women?
Is that like a trap? You're asking a woman about her feelings?
Yeah. I want to know generally, like, what do you feel? Do you think he's...
It's like saying, though, do you think Jeffrey Dahmer would have been a serial killer if you looked at him? No. You look in this room, you'd always think I am.
No, but she has some feelings towards him, right?
Yeah, no, but this is...
No, but I just want to see the general perception. No case, no evidence, nothing. Generally, looking at the guy, do you feel like he could be a criminal in some ways?
That is a good question. Until... he reverted, right? Am I right?
Yes.
He's a Muslim now. See, that now messes with my head. Because if it was like before him, I would straight up say yes. But now I'm just having like,
So before you would think that this is a guy that could...
I'll be like all in. I'll be like, yeah, this is the guy. Take him away.
For example, and I know your angle, like for example, Dan Bilzerian, Leonardo DiCaprio, these kind of guys. Who it's like, Chris Brown, right? Yeah, he's popular. Women love him. Chris Brown, for example, Chris Brown. And if you heard a story, he's kidnapping girls, keeping them in a room, would you believe it?
Yeah. The thing is, I've been around so many celebrities. I've seen how they are. But I'm not, at the same time, I'm not comparing them all together. But at the same time, I would have that feeling and instinct in me.
See, for me, I've been around many too. Like, I don't like this lifestyle anyway, yeah? I've been in places and I've seen queues of women, begging. Like stuff for, I don't want to say the things of what I see.
Yeah.
Literally begging to do, they're at their, it's like a harem, you call it a harem?
Harem, yeah.
Harem, like this. It's called groupies. Rappers, actors, footballers, they have wags. Every celeb has them. Wherever they land, they come, they want to be there, they want to get their 15 minutes of fame, they try and make sex tapes, they try and impregnate themselves with them. So, when I say this, these guys have to be careful because with that territory comes the women who want to make the money. There'll be women who are there and he just like, nah. They like this. I know celebs, you're a 1, you're a 5. A scorned woman as well. Not that they all are, but then there's, okay, why not? I want to, you know what? I need to make some money. So this happens a lot and it's very hard when they've got that status to even date, to do things.
Yeah.
And Andrew Tate, who's one of the most Google men last year, and I know the angle he meant was, I see... me, and I'm not in that, I don't like that kind of lifestyle. DMing me, please, can you introduce me to the Tates? All this time they're in Dubai. Girls with blue ticks, this, that, models. Please, Tam, introduce me. I want to go to the house. Please, just introduce me. Just hook me up with him. I don't care. Hook me up. They were all asking this. Do you know what I'm saying? They were like, what he meant was, do you think these kind of guys need to, when they've got it at their fingertips, women who just want to do, that's the point we're trying to say.
See, that is true.
That's the angle we're trying to say.
Yeah, obviously, I understand you guys fully. But at the same time, like, as I said, like before, like last year, I went to this one place and there was like 3 celebrities, not gonna name them. They have everything. They have girls, the hottest girls you can get. They would be there for them anytime. But they still had the audacity to disrespect women. And I don't want to say it, but you know, just in the wrong way. Just doesn't matter what they have. Look, I'm not saying Andrew Tate is that person. I'm not saying he did that. but I'm saying it is possible.
Yeah.
Here's my take. I get what Melika's saying. This is genuinely my opinion, and I think this is kind of... Look, I think Melika's definitely right in the sense that, look, anyone's capable of anything, but the reason I specifically, in this case, think it's wrong is because about how the victims are acting. Leave Andrew to the side. Like you said, if you're a victim and I'm about to make a federal case on someone, trust me, especially this was a case, as you said, it was in April. I'm going to be sitting there the entire week panicking and just thinking about it. I'm not going to be on social media dancing 24 hours before that.
Forget that. He's right. Yeah. It could, like you said, there are victims and things.
Yeah.
Sick. And if there are victims and these cases were legit, they deserve punishment and the victims deserve sympathy.
Yeah.
But
100%.
not only this, in the summer, after this has all happened,
A few weeks
later, in the French Riviera, the south of France, in the most expensive 5-star hotels, both of these girls on holiday. Evidence is out on the internet, everyone can search it. On their own socials, posting stories, lobsters, yachts, parties, champagne. Again, if you're raped and harmed in such a disgusting way, you're not going to go on a holiday. Like he said on another podcast earlier, you could go to like a Zen place, shut off from the world, a retreat, and get Zen. Not on socials, pouting, posting, social media. It's like this
3 weeks after the raid.
Yeah, that's my thing.
And you've just been trafficked, kidnapped, scared for your life, or and the R word, sexually abused.
So just to clarify, this is 3 weeks after the raid, 3 weeks after they've left the Tates.
And their statements.
And they've managed to basically go to this holiday, as you said, post on social media. And for me, my question to this is, first of all, how were they able to afford it? So if they had the money to do so, it means, again, it goes against human trafficking because you're basically getting paid a significant amount of money to afford that. Or the alternative is someone's paid for it. And then if someone has, like, who has?
You know what's funny? I recently, for the first time ever, like, I'm a very good, clean YouTuber type of thing. For the first time ever, one of my accounts got banned, my TikTok. I've never been banned before because
my vlogs got cancelled.
I genuinely got cancelled for the first time, and I'm literally like the most matrix to YouTuber. Like, I stay inside my box, my diamond.
Be honest.
Why were you
cancelled? Was
cancelled?
it because of the Tate video or that blonde beard?
I honestly was. I'm gonna be honest. It was because of you. And no, it was actually your video. My last video was a Tam video. I got banned.
The thing is, I want to make clear as well, as Muslims, yeah. If there was clear-cut evidence brought to me that he's done these crimes, I would put my hands up and say he deserves jail.
So Jasmina, the interview, why that was important, I didn't realize it until I was actually doing the interview, because I was thinking, wait a second, why are they saying she's a victim? And she said, I'm not a victim.
Yeah.
What's the logic behind it? So it's only in the interview I realized that, wait a sec, the logic behind it is this. If they tell you she's a victim, now you stopped her from being a witness. And I'll explain why. Because she would have been going on as a witness and saying, guess what? Life was amazing. They
lived in my house.
I live in my family. But now, if they say, guess what? She's been brainwashed. We can't trust her.
One last argument people have is you've got Stockholm syndrome. And what that means is that the Tates were basically controlling you. And so you're brainwashed into saying these things. So we want to ask some questions about that. So the first question is, did the Tates control you?
No one has ever controlled me, not even my parents. Okay? There's being controlled, that's a big word. And do I seem like the girl that is controlled? No, no one was ever controlled.
What decisions did you make on your own, for example? It must sound too crazy knowing, just looking at your characteristics and mannerism, it doesn't look like a victim to me, already, just from the way you look, your presence, and your kind of like character is quite positive, But these questions just to silence a lot of the critics and the biased media. So a lot of them say, like, what did you decide on your own? What kind of like decisions did you make, just for example?
I can just say everything.
Okay.
Because I decided everything for my own. I cannot say that they've ever decided anything for me or no one else. I chose to speak out right now because I wanted to. And I'm a really personal and private person. But, when you see your family and your closest friends being punished for crimes they didn't commit, then you obviously stop and go out with that. So, no, I've always made my own decisions. I've always done whatever I wanted to do. There has never been a grudge on holding me back on doing anything, so...
So there wasn't a scenario where you were trapped or locked up in the Tate's house?
Never. And no one has ever been trapped in their house.
Is there any kind of clear-cut proof or evidence if they brought you to say that Tates did a crime, would you accept it? Is there anything they could show you which would make you think, okay, you know what? I'll accept they've done something. What would it take for you to accept there's a crime?
There has been no crime made. And there will not be a crime. When it comes to them, they are very straight and going for people. They don't like crimes. They are very good people. So whatever the police, the authorities, whatever people might bring out as a crime, I can say from now, I don't believe in any of it.
When I speak on the same thing, I said I don't believe a thing. You can give me 1,000 witnesses. I don't believe, because I know them personally, unless you give me clear-cut, like we're saying to you, show me clear-cut proof. And until that day, yeah, exactly.
Unless you show me the proof,
there's nothing.
I can never say that's true.
And people think I'm crazy saying this.
And this case, as I'm so involved in it, I obviously know there is no proof, but like in general, talking about it, no, I will never, I will accept if you give me proof, 100%. But unless you give me proof, which they haven't given out either when it comes to this case, I don't believe anything.
Many girls who are around saying, what? They're all publicly saying, but everyone's ignoring it. The media are not picking it up. The media are not portraying it. No, we had to go out and do this for the world to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
why is her message not going around?
It's a lie. It's a huge lie.
Free Top G.
Free Top G, guys.